Good morning, traders, and this is your South African top 40, the Aussie day trade setup for today. So, again, we've got some crappy data in the chart. This tail here is not actually true. So I've got the levels drawn in for you. That was the open. That was the close on the daily. So I think first thing that you'll notice is that we are pretty much in this range. We are still stuck in a range, although we did have quite a big rally after quite a big downfall. So I think until we actually break through this range, and I think this top level where we are now, you can see is 1, 2. We've got 3 touches on that already. We've got 2 to the left here, so that's 5 touches, and more than likely something happening to the left as well. There we go. There's so much happening in this area, so I'm not going to read too much into that at the moment. I think until we break out of this is a consolidation pattern, and I expect it to consolidate a little bit more today as well. Okay, so essentially what, if we look at the 3 hour, let's just move this across. Essentially what happened was we had some unexpected data come through from Europe, specifically the ECB, and that pushed the market into fairly strong rally. Now, if I just move across to see what's going on, I would expect 10 cent would be up at the moment. Yeah, it's up 3.5%. So, and the rand dollar is down to 14.5, and the US markets, the one we want to worry about is the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq was up almost 2% yesterday, and the S&P, which was up 1% yesterday. Okay, so with that in mind, we did catch most of that move on the US market yesterday at around 3:30 South African time. So I suspect we have a good chance of gapping up, but I'm still pretty reluctant to be looking for longs at this level. Okay, so we're going to get down to the half hour, I think, and that's where we'll take the trade off. So yesterday's closing range strategy worked out pretty well, and then we went straight into this pretty much a wedge, a little bit of a consolidation wedge, and then we broke up. But I think the big thing to take cognizance of is that this wedge here, let me draw this line in. It doesn't matter which way I draw it like that, or I draw it like that. It's pretty much consolidation, and that puts break to the upside. So what you're expecting is a bit of a retest, but I don't think we're going to get that by the looks of things. Okay, the moving averages as well are still indicating downward pressure. So nothing really to read into that at the moment. If I look at the hour, there's nothing really here that is telling us, apart from the fact you can see there was our original trend line breakthrough, retest, and up. Okay. So for me, there is still a measured move here as well, which hasn't played out, and that measured move is as follows. There's the move up. So pretty much expecting it to retag the top. Okay, and then if I draw a line in the bottom here, we can do it any which way we want to. But pretty much that's our consolidation range. Okay. So looking at the oscillators, it's definitely not looking at a long here. Would rather wait for a bit of a pullback or a breakout and a retest. So come down to the half hour, and let's just focus on what we can trade. So the first thing that you'll notice is the closing range strategy yet again was the one to play. Okay, you can see there, first lot of profit taking was at the range target, came all the way back to test the breakout of the range, which is not uncommon. Okay, and then rallied up to the second target. So that was perfect structure from the Aussie. So there were basically 2 trades there. The first one would have been a bit difficult to get because it would have been so violent and so quick. As you can see, that first half hour, it was pretty much tag the range target. So missing that and then waiting for the next one would probably be the right idea. And that's exactly what happened. And you would have picked that up pretty much on a 5 minute, 6 minute chart. So you can see here we hit the target, came back. So there was an entry there, and we came back to test the top of the range. Rallied to the target, came back, tested it a second time, and then rallied up. Okay, so for me today, more of the same. Okay, so I think the only difference here is that this range is going to be a little bit smaller. There we go. Right. Okay, so there's our closing range. What I'm looking for is obviously a break above that level, or alternatively break below there. Okay, so the two levels that we need to watch for, a break to the downside, we're looking for a break of 52574. Okay, and then we are targeting 52391. Okay, we break to the upside, which is 52757. Then we are targeting pretty much this previous top, and that makes the most sense to me at the moment because that is the measured move that we're still waiting for. There is the first move, there's the second move, and there. So I suspect we move to the upside, but I think profit taking is going to happen 52939. Okay, now just another bit of information for you. If we do sort of gap up and hit that target, just be patient, wait for a similar setup as to yesterday, wait for the pullback, and then obviously you've got the second range target to look for, and then obviously the third range target. Those second and third and fourth range targets are pretty much the 261.8, the 361.8, and the 461.8 extensions. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's my view at the moment. This level here is going to be pretty tough to cut. That's 52939, and you've got the Fed minute, well, not minutes, but they've got the Fed meeting this afternoon, well, late tonight, South African time. So yeah, I don't suspect that we move too far away from out of this range. I don't even think we'll break it, but I do think it'll be a continuation to the upside, and that would be the trade to take. If it does gap up to that point there, don't chase it. Just wait for the pullback and then get back in for your second move or second push up to the top. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.